out in the middle of nowhere. For North Louisiana boy, this is out of my zone here. All right, the girls want to grab alligators. To me, that doesn't make sense. He's kind of brown.
What? Oh, I see him. I see him.
Oh my God.
Oh, nope, 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 nope.
Here we go.
We are Lee and Alicia Ducote.
I'm an author and novelist who likes to write romance and adventure.
And I am an outdoor adventuress who loves to drag Lee along with me.
Together, we travel all over the country and search for those off-the-beaten-path adventures that don't cost a fortune, with the hope to inspire others to get out and find their own adventure.
So gear up, grab your backpack, and come go with us as we search for that next crazy adventure.
And maybe find a little romance along the way.
A few years ago, Lee's nephew introduced us to Jude and his wife, Alicia. They are true Southern Louisianians, where the hospitality runs thick and the term neighborly really means something to their way of life. They agreed to take us redfishing and frogging in a place that Lee and I dearly love, the marsh. The marsh here in South Louisiana is an entanglement of rivers, bayous, and lakes. It is one of the most complex ecosystems on the earth. In Louisiana, the wetlands make up a third of the state, and the landscape plays a pivotal role in wildlife. The sawgrass that lines the waterways underpins Louisiana's seafood industry, the country's second largest industry behind Alaska. But unfortunately, the marsh and the beauty that lies within it is quickly disappearing. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, more than a football field of land disappears every 100 minutes. We are here catching one of my favorite fish to cook, redfish, which are also known as red drum. They have a dark red back that fades to white on their bellies, and one of their distinctive marks is the black eye on their tail. A typical 3-year-old red will weigh between 6 and 8 pounds, but most fishermen, including us, are after the bull red. They can weigh as much as 50 pounds. It is one of the biggest fights a fisherman will encounter on the end of a fishing rod. We finished up with several reds in the boat, and Jude and his Alicia were excited to get us onto our next destination. So we drove deeper into the south until we just ran out of road. This is where our adventure really got started. Jude and Alicia boating us 20 miles out into the middle of nowhere. Life down in the marsh is simple, quiet, and covered with a gorgeous landscape. It's a home to thousands of different plants, fish, and reptiles, especially alligators. Jude and Lee tied up the boat while I explored the floating camp that is quiet most of the time. That is, until Hell's Angels on jet skis come through. And just FYI, when your Cajun friend says don't fly the drone too close to the gator, you just don't. thing Lee loves is sunsets. He has written about them in every novel that he's published. And a sunset on the marsh is unlike anything you will see. Once Lee got his sunset fix, we headed back to the camp for some cold drinks and a great meal. And one thing about South Louisiana guys, when they are grilling, they need light. And it doesn't matter if there's bugs flying around that light or not. So we had shrimp, steak, potatoes, mosquitoes, June bugs, and anything else that landed on Jude's grill. Well, I just grabbed a can from the shelf, and upon further reflection, it is Boo Boo's Cajun Shaken Seasoning, because life is all about ass. You're either covering it, laughing it off, kicking it, kissing it, busting it, trying to get a piece of it, working for one, behaving like one, or living with one. So there you go. Put some ass on your food next time you eat it. It's really good. After we scarfed down supper, we headed back to the mud boats for the real reason we came down here.
Here we go. We're out frogging in Dulac, Louisiana.
There are over 4,700 types of frogs in the world, with 90 different species in the U.S. alone. The Louisiana marsh is home to the eastern narrow-mouthed toad, the southern leopard frog, the American bullfrog, and the notorious pig frog, the frog we are catching tonight.
See, it's not that small.
All right.
Right down, here we go.
All right, man, it's on now. Like one down.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. There it is. You got it now, boy.
Oh, yeah, boy.
It's on now.
All right, let's go. I'm hooked.
All right, the girls want to grab alligators. To me, that doesn't make sense.
Okay. But you got to post it off and I'm going to panic.
You hollered before you even was driving. That is too funny. All right, we're going to the next pond. Alicia and I are the same. We're going to catch and release. We don't want to hurt the frogs. We're going to let them go into Lake Crisco.
I lost him. Yeah, okay, I got him. Spider, 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 spider.
Get him.
Oh, here, get me out of here.
Oh, Pete! Ow, the foot! All right, I know Alicia's catching frogs and alligators, but the moonlight on the marsh, that's pretty cool. You gotta like my light. There are alligators everywhere out here.
You want to go swimming? Dare you to jump in right now.
Right there. We're running over freaking alligators out here. I caught a frog. I caught my limit. One. We're good. Just mosquito hawks, y'all.
Okay, dragonflies my ass.
That's what we need, the dragonflies. This is like an Indiana Jones movie. All over you. Holy crap.
It's romance, baby, and adventure. my God, he's right there.
Alicia got her a frog.
When you pushed it in, you didn't put, you gotta push it all the way down, baby.
I think I saw it above. Got it in the ground.
The girls are kicking butt tonight.
Throughout the night, we continued to push through the sawgrass, from one opening to the next, steadily pursuing our prey, the southern pig frog, and occasionally a bullfrog here and there.
Smoking!
The pig frog can grow up to 6 inches long and mostly lives in the floating vegetation, devouring crawfish and small minnows, while the bullfrog can grow up to 8 inches and lives along the banks of lakes, ponds, and of course the marsh. Our goal tonight is to bag 50 frogs, clean them, and eat them.
Where am I getting? Wait, can I jump out?
Oh my goodness gracious! Holy crap!
Spider web.
All right. Now my nephew and his fiance, Hannah, Josh and Hannah, love coming down here, and actually they introduced us to Jude and to his wife Alicia. And, they want to move down here because they have so much. Holy, so that is hilarious. Damn, he hit me in the hip. I knew a gator had gotten me.
We could not have asked for that to happen.
Oh my God.
The unscripted things that happen to Lee Cody.
Sorry, Mom, for cussing.
He liked to flip the boat.
That was funny.
I'm glad I amused them.
And I won.
Josh, Hannah, I'll throw you credits in just a few minutes.
What? Girl's got to touch up her lipstick.
Way up in there. Alicia hates spiders.
I'm gonna try for that one right up.
A big, like we're going under a tree.
I was close to the one on that side, but I couldn't reach him.
Yeah, he's going to death right now.
Oh, no, big spider web, big spider web. Nope. More spiders. I got him. Get me out of here. All right, back to the open water, little ones. I'm pretty good now. Did you just miss the frog?
Maybe.
Maybe. He says maybe.
That was a nice frog, Lee.
Frog season runs in Louisiana from June to March, with a bag limit of 50 per boat. Bullfrogs must be over 5 inches and pig frogs must be over 3 inches.
Oh, what are y'all doing tonight? We're frogging. We're frogging with lots of gators.
Right.
Like everywhere there's a gator, but yet we're catching frogs.
Right next to it.
Now, I know frogging might not be your #1 romantic date, but I want to highly encourage you to do this. And please, come see the marsh before it's too late. So, how does one go about frogging? Many fishing guides here in South Louisiana offer frogging trips. Or you can head to the local bait and tackle shop and ask the person behind the counter. Down here in Cajun country, people love to help others. It's just their way of life. And asking a few questions might have you and your loved one out in the marsh catching frogs. The last point of Louisiana. This is like the Florida Keys of Louisiana. Pontotoc. All the camps, the marina, and then nothing but marsh as far as you can see, and then the Gulf.
Guys, thank y'all for having us over.
Not a problem. We
The,
enjoyed having
the
you.
redfish Coubion, no, not Coubion.
Sauce pecan.
Sauce pecan. Out of this world. Absolutely
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Good old bread pudding.
But it's not bread pudding, it's called
Bread custard.
bread custard.
Right.
Absolutely phenomenal. So, this is South Louisiana hospitality. There's a world of difference between Southern hospitality
Oh yeah.
and South Louisiana hospitality. Because South Louisiana hospitality is off the charts. It's undeniably the sweetest people you will ever meet, the best cooks you'll ever meet, and some of the best conversations you'll ever have. So if you've never been to South Louisiana, get your butt down here. You want to go red fishing? This guy here will hook you up. You want to go frogging? Alicia will love to take you.
You'll get a good
Thanks for
laugh.
joining us.